Hey everybody, Brett from Astartes Gaming here, back with another first look video. Today we're going to be checking out Sovereignty Crown of Kings. This is a sort of grand strategy game that's been in early access for quite a while, and it's been on my Steam wish list for almost as long, and it finally went on sale, and so I figured I would pick it up and take a look at it and show you guys sort of what's going on with it, what I think of it, and so on and so forth. Again, this is a first look. So I'm going in basically blind here. I don't think we're going to bother with the tutorial though. I'm just going to kind of jump in and we'll see if we can't figure it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and start a new game. And while we're waiting for that to load, I would just like to remind you guys to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more Sovereignty, or, you know, if you just think I'm doing a good job. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow. And the best way to follow along with these first look videos as they come out. So we've got a lot of different factions to choose from here. I guess we can go down the list here. So let's see. Each faction actually has its own campaign, as I understand. So for, is it Jotland? I think it's Jotland. It's supposed to be like a Scandinavian J. Has Fury of the Northmen, and there's also Conquest, Last Man Standing. These are like the generic factions. So these are like your typical, you know, Viking humans. Vesoi. We got humans here. Apparently they're Mongolian or like steppe horde in nature. Who else do we have here? Oh, we got some elves. High elves, in fact. And then where did I just click? Some humans. Dunmar. Oh, that was there. I meant to click this. Undead. That's interesting. Iron Barony. Orcs. Okay. Orcs are fun. Dwarves. I like dwarves too. Corvilad. That's a pretty small faction right there. Wood Elves. More humans. It looks like humans are going to form up the bulk of these factions. Giants. That could be fun. I'm not going to go through them all. I mean, obviously there's going to be a pretty good variety here, but for the most part they look to all be human or mostly human. Yeah. So let's go with this little dwarf faction right here, Corvilad. Legend of the Dwarf Lords. We're just going to do a straight up last man standing, but this is obviously just going to be a one-off video, so we're not going to get very far into it. Uncertain is I think like the starting difficulty. Basically they're uncertain, where the other one was like stable. So I think that this means that they're slightly more difficult, excuse me, to play. They're militaristic and aggressive, and obviously dwarves, blah blah blah. Okay, so the UI already looks very foreign to me. I have watched a Let's Play of this game, so like I have some vague idea of how it works, but at the same time, let's see, what do we got here? The spell tree. Okay, do we have spells? This is your spell tree. When you advance magic levels, you will gain a spell point. You may either spend that point by advancing up the tree or by learning an eligible spell at your current spell level. To do so, click on one and then on the spell card. So we don't have any, obviously, but that's something that we can keep our eye out for. Unit training. We aren't training anybody yet. We do have an army of 16 units. They're represented by counters. It looks like the maximum stack size is 20. We've got an army right here of, let's see, what's in this group. We've got some Dwarven Axemen, some Dwarven Battle Ragers. I was going to say a couple, but that's not the same thing. A Dwarven Heavy Crossbow, 2 Dwarven Ballista, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Karn's Grenadiers. What is this? Ooh, a Fusilier. So they have like musket troops as well. Some Rock Priests. That looks like another Battle Rager. It is. Some Heavy Guards. I've seen this portrait before. I think they've used this in several of the factions. So that's a bit lame that they reuse those. But again, it's early access, so very, very few things in this game are final. Well, minus like the engine and the core gameplay, I would assume. But yeah, there's a lot that's subject to change still. So that's our army tab. What is this? Resource stockpiles. Iron and gems. That's good. Those are good things to have. Rankings. This just shows us where we stand, I guess. Where are we? Oh, we're actually fairly high up, considering how small we are. Like 80 third overall out of the powers. Obviously, the great powers are way out there ahead of us, but still, I mean, it's better than being like Cloudfells or Icespire. So let's see, what else we got here? Current prisoners, we don't have any. Active spells, don't have any either. And campaign objectives. So last man standing, obviously we want to be the last one left alive. And it wants me to also discover 15 provinces to gain access to a new type of unit. Okay, that's something to keep an eye on as well. Then down here we have units in this army, and then this is, oh, deselect versus select. Okay, that's handy that you can do that. Purchase units, foreign affairs. Let's take a look at the foreign affairs tab. So we currently have no allies, and we are at war with rebels. Let's go ahead and look at the neighboring factions and see who we might be able to make friends with. We have the, no, don't move the army. No. Whoops, that was my bad. I forgot to deselect them. Not a big deal. So Dunmar, they are humans, as I recall. I wish there was like a little bit more of a faction summary when I click on them. Let's see, is that the capital there? It's kind of difficult to see. I mean, I would assume it's 4, the rest are all 2. But yeah, I mean, they're humans, so that would be one idea. And then these guys were the Wood Elves, if I am not mistaken. This was a faction of... No, this was the Wood Elves. I think this is more humans. And then obviously the Iron Barony is a bunch of orcs. I imagine orcs and dwarves don't get along well. That's true of just about any other universe, so I would assume it's true in this one, but I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and jump into the Foreign Affairs tab, and we'll keep an eye on, so the Iron Barony, Dunmar, Reisenthal, and Avenwold, excuse me. So Avenwold doesn't like me. Let's see, who else? Iron Barony doesn't like me. Where'd that other one go? Let's see, Reisenthal doesn't like me even more. And then the fourth one, I'm having a little bit of difficulty remembering the name, Dunmar. Wow, they like me even less. So it actually looks like Avenwold hates me the least. What could we do with them? Covert action. Idle. So how do I do things? Does this just show me relationships, like I can't actually interact with them? Trade. I don't know. This screen is a bit confusing. I don't want to send myself a trade offer, obviously. Can't have treaties with myself, but I can't seem to select anything either. It's very strange. Clicking buttons randomly to see what happens. So yeah, I don't know how exactly diplomacy works, but we've got other tabs to play with. So let's look at province upgrades, for example. Let's upgrade... What does this say? Mackenforge, that's our capital. So, we have... Oh, we actually only have one slot open, it looks like. And we do not have all the resources necessary to build any one of these buildings. So, maybe a different province will have stuff available? No. It looks like the most basic building that we can build is the standing stone. And we do not have the stone to do it. You would think as dwarves in mountains we would have plenty of stone, but apparently we don't. So let's take a look at the purchase units tab, and we can recruit axemen, heavy guards, dwarven champions, and Karn's grenadiers. I think some more axemen would go a long way for us, but where are we currently at with this stack? We've got 4 more slots, that's right. So I'm thinking maybe 3 more axemen and then some specialized unit here. Mountaineer, single shot, auxiliary, Mountaineer, single shot. I don't know what single shot means. So let's grab a couple of these guys. How much do they cost each? 443. I probably shouldn't recruit nearly that many then. How about just one? Oh, weird. It does 3 at a time. That's kind of strange. Purchase, I guess. Go for it. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. So we'll just do the one then. That's fine. And I think we'll end our turn, I guess. Yeah. So non-aggression Pacts are being signed. I should probably get my army back to the capital. New events happen up here. There's a harvest fair. Let's get you guys back over there, because I don't like the Iron Barony cozying up to the border with my capital. So let's see. Unit recruitment. Ah, that's how many turns. Okay, so 2 more turns until they're done. I might recruit another in the meantime. And then let's take a look and see if we can build anything now, because that would be really, really nice. We still don't have the stone. How do we get more stone? I guess we would have to trade for it. That's going to force me to go back into diplomacy, which is not good. But we'll keep working here. In-game menu. Oh, that's just... No, we don't want to do that. So, how do I negotiate a trade with somebody? This is very unintuitive, I have to admit. You would think, you know, click on the faction, it would open up relations with said faction. It honestly doesn't seem like you can... Okay, here we go. I'm just an idiot. So, drop down bar. We'll go to Avenwold, and now we can do things. So I can declare war, offer non-aggression treaty. I think that's a pretty good idea. It doesn't say how likely they are to accept, so you just kind of have to offer it blindly. The trade representative from Avenwold looks pleased to see you. He looks over the trade offer and says this offer is not acceptable. Okay. Well, I have a lot of iron and gems, so I can offer you 1 gem in return for... Maybe I should offer them some iron. I'll give you 1 iron for a non-aggression pact. We will accept this offer. Perfect. So we'll confirm that. One of our neighbors will now be less inclined to attack us at the very least, but they don't have anything that we need. We need stone. So maybe the Iron Barony will be willing to trade with us. Oh, I keep forgetting how to do that. So the Iron Barony... They have iron. Who would have thought? Contraband, crafts, and iron, but they don't have stone. So who are we going to get stone from? Maybe Dunmar. God, why do I keep doing that? Dunmar. They have wool, crafts, and fish, but not any stone. And then finally, Reisenthal. Wool and lumber. Lumber could actually be useful. I think trading a little bit of iron for lumber might be a good idea. So let's ask them for a couple of lumber per turn in return for a couple of iron per turn. We'll do 1 for 2. Let's see. Oh, we have to wait. Okay, our agent is busy. We only have 1 agent currently. Okay. So, we've got a little bit recruiting. We've got... some stuff being worked on. We don't have the stone to build anything currently. Source of iron. I guess we could just like kind of pan around the map and see who would have stone. I don't really see a lot of like... There's plenty of iron markers around. I don't see stone. Salt. What is this? Art. Okay. And then obviously a lot of lumber on our border, which is nice, but I need stone. So these guys... Tiana. We'll keep them in mind. We'll, actually, let's jump in the diplomacy screen right now and see... Wait, no. What am I doing? Wrong button. Let's see what kind of stone income they have, and then we can sort of form a plan from there. I thought it started with a T. Didn't it start with a T? That was like Tiana or something. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. T-U-V. It should be somewhere in here. Oh, that's the name of the province. It's not the name of the faction. So which faction is that? Oh, wow. Okay, that's the Baruvian Empire. That would explain why I couldn't find the name there. There we go. So, art, horses, iron, and salt. And they're... Really, so they're not making any stone per turn. I guess they're using everything that they're getting. Which is unfortunate, because I could use some too. Stone. I wish there was a way you could sort by... I'm sure there probably is, or at least there potentially could be, a way to sort like trade partners by the resources they have, but I obviously don't know how to do that. So I just kind of need to look around, and I don't see a whole lot of stone, which is strange. You'd think stone would be pretty common. It's not a very, rare thing, stone. So I guess we'll just end our turn. We can't trade with them right now anyways. I think it's going to be about 2 turns before we can... A hero rallies to our banner. A warlord. I'll hire him since I don't think we have a hero currently. Heroes are not units themselves, but are attached to existing armies. They're basically cards that you can play during battle to change the tide of the battle. And so we attached him to this army. All standard units you control may reset their attack. That could be really useful. If you're in like a decisive turn, you could play that thing down and everybody gets to attack again or something like that. That would be pretty useful, I would think. I mean, it sounds useful, right? So, what, one more turn on this, it looks like? They've got iron and salt stockpiled. The thing is, we don't have a lot to trade. So we need to build something that will net us more resources, because right now all we can really trade is iron and gems, and we're not making a lot of iron, really. Let's see. If we were to go with the trade offer with them. So I've got 3 gems. I'm making 1 per turn. 5 iron. Doing 2 per turn on that. So... We were going to talk to Dunmar about some wood, I think. I keep clicking on this menu. Dunmar. No, it wasn't Dunmar. Who was it? It was Reisenthal. So we were going to maybe offer them some iron for some wood. And yeah, 1 more turn on that. So I guess we'll maybe hire 1 more. Actually, how about some Dwarven Champions? That sounds cool. How they're actually cheap. So they're 200? Why are these guys so expensive? Huh. So let's look at the stats. Why is this red? Okay, well, 3 attack, 3... Oh, cool. If we hover over it, it'll actually compare them directly. So, one advantage that the Axemen have is that they are skirmisher units. But the champions are better in melee combat, significantly. They're also... It looks like... what's this? Discipline. They're much more disciplined. They have less health. And then what is this ability? Upkeep. Their upkeep is a lot lower, too. That's kind of interesting. Is it the number of, like, people there? What are all these? Will cost 2 iron to raise. We have 5 in stock. Cost 2 gem. Oh, okay, so there's other costs involved. That makes sense. So let's see. If we were to recruit one of these, it's just going to cost us gold, nothing else. If we recruit champions, it will not only cost us 200 gold, but it will also cost us 2 iron and 2 gems. But we have those. That's not a big deal, and we're making more. So I think we'll go ahead and do it now while we have those things in bulk, I guess you could say, and then we'll grab some more Axemen as well. Actually, it looks like these don't affect one another, so I can pretty much just recruit infinite amounts of these guys. Let's see. And it's always going to take 3 no matter how many I recruit, so that's kind of cool. There's other types of units, too. I should probably focus, or not focus on this single tab here. So we also have these guys, but I need other things to recruit them. It looks like I need crafts and art to get Fusiliers, and I need... wouldn't you know it, you need beer to get Battle Ragers. We can recruit heavy crossbows, though. Looks like they're fairly cheap. I don't think we have room for anybody other than these 4, though. I could see if maybe there's a unit we could do without. We need stone for the rock priests, which we don't really have. Flamethrowers and ballista. Flamethrower is pretty interesting. And then apparently we don't have cavalry or naval ships, or we just don't have access to them yet because of our current position. Please don't go anywhere. And I guess we'll call that a turn. I really wish I could build something, but we just do not have the ability right now. 1 finance. I don't know how we get finance. We'll have to figure that out. I guess finance is like a tech or something that we have to, like arts or whatever, like a resource we need to collect. But that would be a stonemason. Would give me plus 75 gold per turn while unoccupied. I don't know if that means that we get stone from that. I assume it would say if we did. Barracks, that would be useful. Barracks are always useful. Forts and temples. Honestly, I want income. I want income in the form of gold and resources, because we're not going to be able to trade with just the 2 resources, but we can't do anything right now. So let's end our turn. And then it looks like the Iron Barony backed off a bit. That's nice. Ooh. That surprised me, actually, because I was pretty convinced that they were sort of lining up on our border to get ready to attack, and sure enough, we get hit from the other side. Huh, an interesting development in the south and east. Galeni? I don't know. Recently formed from a band of upstarts and adventurers, has gained some noteworthy mention. Knightly orders have risen. If the trend continues, their strategy may succeed in gaining attention of the Veilgorn Palatinate? Okay. It's like a shogunate, but for paladins, maybe? I don't know. It is too soon to breathe the word legitimacy, but noteworthy mention is in the wind. Okay. Right, so we've got some foreign affairs to conduct. I'm really, really desperate for stone right now, and I want to find some. Because nothing that we're going to need requires lumber at the moment, so trading for it just doesn't really make sense. But everything we want to build requires stone. Okay, so these guys over here have a little bit of stone. I don't know if they have a surplus of it, but we'll check. And anybody else? Like, ideally we would get enough stone to make a stonemason, and if the stonemason makes stone, then that would be obviously the best thing that we could do for ourselves. But in the meantime, I'm not sure what to do. So be something Broganher, maybe? They have stone, nice. They're only making 1 stone per turn though, and they already have what we have. So that could prove difficult. Got covert actions available. I could spy against them, provoke them, improve this realm's opinion. I wish it gave more information on the faction. Like, I'd like to know what race they are. That would be useful, because obviously we'd be more inclined to deal with other dwarves, and that looks and sounds like a dwarven faction. I'm fairly certain that they are. But, you know, anybody's guess, really. So let's see, if we were to trade them for stone, what would it cost me? What if I gave you some iron? And how about a non-aggression pact? That would be cool. And I'll give you a lump sum of, say, can I type in this, or is there a way to make this go faster? Shift click, control click, nope. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll just hold it down. I guess it does slowly accelerate and go faster and faster. How about 500? That seems like a good amount. Like, that's a pretty good soldier that you're recruiting there for 500. Plus the iron per turn and the non-aggression pact. Let's offer that up. This offer is very reasonable. Oh, perfect. So we'll confirm it. The trade has been sent. We're going to be getting a little bit of stone, which is nice. We desperately need it. And this is over time, too. It's not just like a lump of stone. Although, we could have potentially maneuvered for the 2 stone they already had. And that, you know, that could have got us started a little bit easier or quicker, but, you know. I wasn't sure what to make of that trade. I didn't even know if they would accept it. I'm kind of surprised that they did, and it seemed like it was a really good offer. Let's see. They've got an army here with a hero. I don't know how strong. Why would they declare war on me and not have any armies raised? That seems kind of interesting. I'm going to march this army up to Ferroskar. And actually, I should have gone the other way, shouldn't I have? Yeah, too late now. I should have gone this way and hit their capital first. But too late now. Too late now. So, how are we doing on the unit recruitment? We got 1 ready. What does that mean? How do we deploy him? He's not in this army, so where would I go about getting him? Let's see. Ready. Do I just assign him like that? Apparently I do. So I could add another. I don't think that's a good idea right now, though. And yep, so he's in there. I guess we'll just end our turn. Looking forward to making some iron. What's happening? Are we being attacked? Oh, the Iron Barony and Dunmar are at war. Did I read that wrong? Did they attack somebody else? Iron Barony defeats Dunmar in Odin Point. Okay. How do I... Sure. Oh, there's a check mark behind my microphone. Okay. See, I might have been... No, they're at war with me. They're definitely at war with me. And I did go the wrong way, so I'm going to move to intercept. Yeah, I wish to attack. I mean, they're in my territory. Are we outnumbered here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16, 17. Of course, we knew that already. I don't know why I was bothering to count. Versus 7 plus 5 is 12, 14. We do have them outnumbered. Do I want to auto-resolve this is the question. And is this properly organized is another good question. I don't know. Tactical or auto. I guess we could do a tactical. I mean, I'll probably lose because I have no idea what I'm doing, but we'll try it because I'd like to show it off to you guys. So do I have to deploy? Is that what I'm doing here? First tactical turn, our job is to capture all the objectives marked by flags. Okay. I'm sure I could do that. Move and attack. So, oh, it's actually going to show me the range. That's good. Did you not move? Oh, okay. So the blue is move, red is attack. Understood. Well, we're going to want to move everybody up. He's a healer. That's good to know. Probably shouldn't have him in the front line. Just a thought. Why can't you move there? Interesting. What is this? Dwarven Ballista. We'll move that up. They can't move at all. That's kind of strange. Maybe it's the terrain type. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, get you up there. Get you up here. Sure. Keep moving. Just keep moving forward. If you can move forward, do it. Because we got a long way to go, and they're already like in our house here. Okay. Not sure where to go with you. So I guess you're just gonna head there and wait. Friendly infantry units are positioned, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to engage our first hostile unit here. I think I'm going to fire at those spearmen. Oh, apparently we decided to run into melee. I don't know why we didn't just attack from range. But that's interesting. Okay, let's get you up here to help out. Problem is, like, some of my units are kind of really falling behind here. It's very difficult to keep everybody moving. Especially with like all the water we had to cross. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping everybody together. I'm going completely the wrong direction with a lot of these guys. I'm going to keep the healer in the back though. And then if you could maybe jump out to somewhere. No? Okay. Damn it. Well. Yeah, this isn't going so great. Not going so great. You can still move, huh? Let's see. Can you attack? I don't know. I want to attack 2 defense. Let's try it. Oh wait, that was... Ah, I got it. So that is the ballista, but it moves as a baggage train. I got it. How many casualties? None on our side. 10 to 11 on theirs. Okay, do that then. And yeah, go in there and do a bunch of damage. Go wreck those guys. I think we just crushed that unit. Let's get you up in here to help out. Okay, we just gotta start darting down here with the rest of our forces. Once everybody else gets here, it should be a lot easier to deal with them. It's just that it's been difficult for us to, you know, get out of this, like, swampy, rivery area. So is that everybody? Oh, there we go. Yeah, use your range attack. Nice. I'll have to figure out how that works. Can you move there? So why don't the Fusiliers have a ranged attack? Huh. Okay, so let's see here. That's going to do a lot of casualties on my side. I don't want that. So get you up here. That's going to be about 50-50. I don't want that either. Let's get you up to there. That's what I want. Ranged attacks. What'll do the most? Yeah, 50. Why not? Can I like swap? I need you back there. I want you up here. Go ahead and engage. Oh, we took more damage than they did there. That's a pretty good unit though, I imagine. They look very well armored. Meanwhile, it's still taking us forever to get these units down here. Okay, we'll cross then. And so I had a couple other units in here. I can do a ranged attack there. I can heal one of these units. I don't know if we'll be able to save one of them. That one's almost gone. Let's try to get him back. That's going to do a bunch of casualties there. Can't I do a melee or a range attack? No? Let's have you fall in here. That's going to do quite a few to them, very few to me, which is always nice. What's this one? And then you can't do anything from there. You can attack, apparently, but not how I want you to. They're going to take, like, no casualties from it, and we're going to take a bunch, so I don't want to do that. So the enemy ended up retreating. I kind of got the hang of the combat there after a while. It's a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. Basically, you just want to keep your guys together. You need to be very aware of the different abilities that they have, and that's probably the biggest issue I had, is I just didn't really understand what this guy did versus the other guy. But I sort of got a feel for that over time. And so I do like the little turn-based tactical combat that they have in this otherwise sort of grand strategy game, because it does make the battles a little bit more interesting than a game, say, like Crusader Kings, where you're basically just moving a sprite across the map and they sort of like bump into each other and then somebody wins. So at least this involves a little bit more player skill than just who can build the better army. So that's gonna do it for today. We are very much out of time, so as always, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Sovereignty Crown of Kings with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next First Look video.